Crackers are so good.
I was like, I'm having snacks.
All
Dude,
right,
go for it.
we should be good with episode
Alright,
number
dope.
5 of the Rise and Die podcast. I'm joined, as always, with Sinister. Sir, how's
Hi.
it going, dude? Having a
It's
good
going
day?
really good. Yeah, I'm having
And
a
today
fucking
is a
terrific
special
day.
day because today is our first fellow zombies content creator on the podcast. We have Yuri here. Yuri, how you doing, dude? You having a good night?
Oh yeah, I'm eating some Ritz. Having a fucking great night.
Hell yeah.
So like,
Um,
hold on, before we get into anything, I would ask, do you have any like favorite flavors, or you just like the original? Do you like original best?
I didn't even know they had different flavors.
Yeah, I like
yeah,
the
they
original.
do. They have like Christmas ones and shit. Like it's wild.
Christmas.
Yeah, dude. They get fucking crazy with it.
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
how about this? Do you like cheese on your crackers or no?
Oh man, I had the. Do you know that? Have you watched the Goofy movie?
No, I
Not
haven't,
recently,
actually.
but I've definitely
Alright,
seen it.
Basically, like that spray cheese. That shit goes on these crackers all day.
Oh, you like spray cheese?
Bro,
Oh,
spray
yeah.
cheese.
Yeah, I was
is
gonna say,
fucking
Aaron, don't you
delicious,
say your
actually.
mom usually gives you it as a stocking stuffer
Dude,
for
she puts it in my
Christmas?
fucking Christmas stocking. I'm not even kidding you. Like, swear to God.
Bro,
Like,
I'm
I'll
super
get a
happy with
can
that.
of it every year. I don't know why. She just gets it for me. She didn't last year actually because like I said that and I showed her that video of like what Kai made and she like didn't buy me it because I think she like fucking felt bad or something. I don't know. Because like I told her that, but yeah, I don't know. Spray cheese is fucking good though, 100%.
Oh my god, it's the absolute best because it's incredibly unhealthy for you. But that's how I like to live my life.
Is it even like real
Bro,
cheese?
fuck it.
Is this confirmed?
No, this
Oh
shit
hell
is like
no.
this
Oh,
on the
hell
shelf
no.
life for like 200 fucking years, dude.
Oh yeah.
Like it's what you see in Fallout. Like you fucking pick up this like can and it still works. You're like, oh, this is gonna be good. No, like this shit. If you ate enough of it, would give you every type of cancer you could fucking get.
Oh, yeah. Like whenever like you're playing like a zombie surviving game or something like that, like Dead Rising,
Yeah.
and you see that hot dog on the floor, you're like, that's a good idea. Like that's basically what the spray cheese can is.
Hot dog on the floor.
All
Oh,
right.
of course.
So to intro, I have a new segment I wanted to start, and I ran by Aaron. And I think it's a pretty decent one. For
Yeah.
all of our zombie guests that we have on, I wanted to start this thing at least for the guests, but me and Aaron haven't done it yet, so we'll do it too. I'm calling it the 115, and basically, for all of our zombie guests, it's gonna be your favorite map, your favorite weapon, and then 5 things that you want to see in Black Ops 5.
Fair.
Ah, fuck.
So, do we want to? Who wants to go first? Anyone know?
I mean, I can just crack straight into this. So we're talking about favorite wonder weapon first off.
No, just weapon of all time. Doesn't
Favorite
have to be
weapon of
wonder
all
weapon.
time.
Yeah, just.
Damn, dude.
That's a
I
lot.
don't know. Bro, HVK with fireworks just fucking hits a little different. That's like I love HVK for some reason. So nice. It's
I don't
like
know
it's
why.
my favorite. Like, it's my favorite normal gun. Here, let me fix my camera a little bit. So you can see my fucking nice hair.
We just want to all go down the line. Favorite weapon, favorite map, and then 5 things.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right.
I'd say HVK probably. Like with fireworks is fucking right. Right where I want to be with guns. What about you?
For
Not
me,
bad.
it's
Yeah,
easy.
go.
Thunder gun, dude. Thunder gun all the way.
Dude.
He always bullies me for that
That's
answer,
so-
but I just
So
love the thunder
fucking
gun,
basic. I swear to God.
dude. It literally saves you no matter what, and it's got like perfect ammo count. I think it looks so fucking sick. Like it's so good.
Not bad, not bad.
Okay, fair.
I would definitely go. It's probably not very popular or like kind of out of left field. But I fucking love the PPSH.
Dude, that's fucking OG.
It's
Are we talking
it's-
BO3 or are we talking like World of War?
We're talking about the PPSH in general. That gun is even back from Big Red One. If you ever played that game, back on the PS2, like the PPSH was such like a gun that when you got it, you're like, oh, my PP is also hard. Like oh hell yeah, kind of thing.
Oh, Kyle, remember audio. If I'm not turned up.
I
heads up.
did. I did
Okay,
while
okay,
we were.
just checking.
Should be
checking.
all good. All right. We want to do favorite map now.
Yeah.
Go on.
Favorite map is probably Shadows of Evil. That map is fucking so good, dude. Like when I'm in the mood to play Shadows, I feel like I could go for 200 rounds. It's like the only map I want to get a 200 on.
Shadows. I used to be a Shadows hater when it came out.
Bro, the sword is so fucking cool. Like I love it. Like when you fucking get it, they're like holding it like this for you. It's like fucking so badass. And then when you pull it out for the first time, like a fucking voice like starts chanting. Like that's so sick. That's so original. Nothing like that's ever been done in zombies.
So is that
That's
like
so
your
fucking
main
cool.
reason why you like the map? Is because of the
No, I just like it because of everything. The aesthetic's nice. The fucking wonder weapons are nice. Like everything about it, even like just the lore of it's cool. Like the fucking backdrops, everything. It's just cool. It's this fucking dark city. It's raining. The music's kind of low, but it's not bad. It's like just
Yeah, the
chill,
music
but
for that
kind of
map's really good. I
suspense.
like
Yeah.
that map a lot.
So I'd say Shadows. What about you guys?
First.
Ah, that's a hard question, honestly. Favorite map of all time. I don't even know if I would say there's like one map that I could just like play forever. But I think like the most nostalgic slash most memories slash probably most played map for me has to be Mob on Black Ops 2.
Yeah,
Like, I
Mob's iconic
remember
for
when
sure.
that map came out and just waking up every day, either after school or on the weekends, and just playing Mob every single day. And like, even though you didn't really get anything from building the plane every time, me and my friends would just always just love building it and just flying back to the Golden Gate. We'd always do that. It was so much fun.
That's pretty sweet. That's
Good
pretty
answer.
sweet. Everybody who's ever joined my stream, new or old, has always asked me what's my favorite one ever. It's probably my most asked question next to how tall I am, and it's just always the same because it's always Kino. I love me some
Hell
old fashioned Kino. Everyone shits on it because it's
Aaron
very
hates
mild.
Kino.
It's
I
very
hate Kino, but that map's fucking too slow for me, dude.
and that's the thing about it, is like it's too slow, it's too original, nothing's going on with it, there's no Easter egg. Like I get it, but it's such like a OG map where the whole point was just to survive.
Yeah.
That is exactly what I fell in love with zombies for. Is just surviving. I didn't need to worry about how many steps I had to do, how many people I had to kill, and all this kind of shit. So
Dude, I'm on a
it
podcast
was
right now.
it was just really good just to get in, murder as many things as I possibly wanted for as long as I wanted, and then I died, and I was like, that was good. That was good. I fell in love with zombies because of that. I tell everybody.
So I
Yeah,
just want to
respect.
stop this really fast and ask, how tall are you?
Why?
You seem like you're taller. You seem like you're taller
Okay.
for sure.
Yeah, I am.
tall
I'm
too.
6'1".
I thought you were gonna be around
Yeah.
6'1", 6'2". I was like, yeah, I've seen you stand up before. I was like, dude, this guy seems tall as fuck. I'm
Yeah,
only
I'm
5'10", dude. I envy you, honestly. I want to be
I just want to
fucking
point out
6 feet
Ralph in
tall.
the chat saying I was a piece of shit on Mob when we were younger. I don't know how. I mean, maybe I took the plane without him a couple times, but I don't think I was that
I
much
could
of an
totally
ass.
fucking see that. You're a piece of shit now. So
Yo,
a
speaking
couple
of that,
years
do
ago.
you guys remember ever taking the plane on Mob and you throw the Hell's Retriever behind you and it would just follow and you wouldn't catch it? You remember that?
Oh, I remember that.
Oh, yeah, dude, I
Everyone
still
did
fucking
that
do
every
I do
time.
that still to
Every
this day.
time.
If
It's
I play
so
that map, I'm
cool.
still doing
It was so dumb, but it was so cool
Oh,
when we were
God.
little. I always remember doing that every time.
Yeah,
So fun.
if I don't know if you guys been in the stream when it happens, but another streamer named Shonoff, TTV, he helped me with so many Easter eggs when I first got started, and that's exactly what he did. I was on the plane with him, and then I was just like looking at the gate, like waiting to crash, and then I turned around, and the fucking thing's just like swirling behind him. Like, what the hell are you doing? Like, you magician? What the fuck happened?
Yeah, I don't know.
Very good.
Mob's is an OG map for sure. I
We have
agree.
further explanation in the chat saying I would leave him and his brother on the gondola and they would die to Brutus.
Oh.
That sounds about right, honestly.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Dude, I loved Mob as a kid. Alright, so last thing would be 5 things we want in Black Ops 5. I feel like that's so many.
5 is a lot. 5 is a lot.
Okay, how about as
think
many
it is
as you
possible.
want? Limit is 5. All right, well we'll say the big ones.
You want to go first, Aaron?
Definitely.
You better fucking believe it.
We gotta have fucking multiplayer pausing still. That's like essential. If that's not in it, I'm fucking done.
Yeah, I agree.
Nostalgic zombies vibes I felt were lacking big time in BO4. Like I fucking got on. And the only map that I really wanted to play a lot of in the beginning was Blood, because it was like the only map that I had interest in. I kind of wanted to play 5. I never learned it. Or fucking, what even is that map called?
Classified.
Yeah, Classified. Jesus Christ. I don't know. There's just a lot of stuff that didn't appeal about Black Ops 4 and I didn't find interesting. So when Black Ops 5 comes out, there needs to be that appeal and like grabs your attention. Like, I want to play this game. I want to invest like thousands of fucking hours into this and like essentially just give it more time than I did with Black Ops 4 because I only played it for probably like a couple hundred hours max, and I still play Black Ops 3, and I'm like I guess a late bloomer when it comes to that game. Like I didn't play it till 2017, and I still play it to this day, and I have a lot of hours on it. So I mean, having some like attention that just can't be rivaled, like old zombies, original zombies, like you get that nostalgic vibe. That I feel like they need to try to bring that back if they can.
And one thing I was going to note really quickly is that you would think, since Black Ops 4 for the Ether maps was all remakes, that they would have like an old nostalgic vibe, but yeah, they just completely missed the mark. I agree.
I feel like one part of the reason it was lacking is because of like having original wonder weapons. Like they focus on specialists a lot, which is cool, and that gives it like its own original, I guess, sense of that. But I don't know. I didn't feel like it was completely necessary. I felt like a lot of stuff was just not the same when it came to wonder weapons and stuff. There was a lot of like just retextures and like they just threw this in here because it was easier. Like the thunder gun for tag, for instance, or like the elemental ray guns reminded me of the staffs. Like they took those and kind of just like combined them. Like there's new stuff in the sense that it's like, yeah, it's kind of different, but at the same time they're just recycling things, I feel like. So
It's
Yeah.
not original.
eliminating that would be good. But I don't know. I don't have any like other really big ones, I guess you could say. That's just like the main focuses of what's on my mind with that right now. Having it give me like the Black Ops 3 vibes would be oof, that'd be fucking nice.
Yeah, 5 things is a little bit hard. I would say 1, the old perks have to be back. Fuck implementing double tap and jug and all that stuff through like natural. Like the old perks have to come back. 2, I would say, fuck, I had a good one in my head, but I don't remember what it was.
Old perks are good for sure.
Oh yeah, I think having rewards like the first 20 people, the first 100 people to do the Easter egg, get something fucking cool like a weapon camo, or even if you just do the Easter egg. I think there needs to be more rewards for doing stuff in zombies. And I think one way, I mean, it would be sick if you did an Easter egg and unlocked a camo. Like I think something like that would be really cool. But even something more, where like the first 4 people, the first group to get the Easter egg, get something. I think that would be fucking so cool. So I would definitely say like more rewards. Another one would be, weren't we talking about this on a earlier episode, Aaron? I think it was with Jet about like if they ditch the round based system and try something new. I think because of how Black Ops 4 was, they have to keep it round based.
Yeah.
And they can't try something new because Black Ops 4 they tried too hard to do new stuff and it failed. And then can I think of one more? I don't know. I just hope it's fucking good game, honestly. More than
I think we
anything.
all do.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I mean, it is kind of a hard thing because either everyone has the same answer, the same thing they want to get done with the newest one in case they decide to fuck it up again, or it's all like some rando one like loves BO4 to death and is the only game they play. It's like almost no in between.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess in a similar way with you with the perks, because that's definitely my biggest thing. Is my biggest thing when I got into the game was where's Jug, where's
Yeah.
Double Tap, where's this, where's this, where's this, like what the fuck is this kind of thing.
Yeah.
Definitely change of pace for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like what do you mean what do you mean I can choose my perks? Like what is this? Just like give me everything on the map and I'll buy it myself. And it's just like it's just a sense of that awkward. I think Sinister said it, like that awkward non-nostalgic feel that we had on BO3, 2, and 1, where you got in, you knew what you were going to get into yourself into for the most part, and then whenever you jumped into BO4, you're like, this is not what I expected. Like the HUD is different. Like there's 3 different modes now instead of just start game. There's loads and loads of gobblegums, which is obviously the same, but like it's not a gobblegum, it's elixirs, and you can have 4 of them, along with your ability to choose perks. Like there was just so much shit that they implemented into the game that it could have definitely worked out.
It was too much. Like
yeah, I have a feeling if they brought in just the elixirs, like the 4, in BO4, that would have been great.
Yeah,
I'm pretty
I
sure
agree.
everyone would have loved that. But I don't know. I think it's also the direction that I think they were too Easter egg focused, which isn't bad. Granted, BO3 had the intros, and obviously there was something happening in the background at all times. But
Mhm.
it still felt like I can high round this, no worries. Like there's not something like poking me like you got to do this step now, you got to finish
Yeah.
the Easter egg. Um, and that's basically what all the maps on Black Ops 4 felt to me is like there's something that always has to be done, and I don't like that. I just want to kill zombies. Like just stop poking me. I just want to kill some zombies. Like fuck off. Um, and it's really hard to like pick and choose because I like the wonder weapon, the L1R1, the special weapon. I mean,
Oh yeah, the
um,
specialist.
yeah, the specialist was really cool, but I don't think 4 were needed. Like 2 at max because like I know like 1 for each person, but
Mhm.
it just felt like they just like I keep saying every time someone asks me, um, they tried so much shit. They tried to do
Mhm.
so much, and I think that was the problem is that there was so much with the HUD, with the maps, with the Easter egg, with the elixirs, and there's 4 of them, and there's just so much they tried to do that everyone was not. I don't think anybody was ready for that. They were just all ready to
Yeah.
jump into Black Ops, kill some zombies, maybe have a good gobblegum or two, and that was it. But then they were greeted with this giant hodgepodge of bullshit,
Yeah, I
and
agree.
it was just honestly a tragedy because it's like I wanted to play, I bought it because I wanted to prove myself either right or wrong of this is shit or this isn't, and unfortunately I was right. It was shit, and it really broke my heart because I love zombies. It's basically my biggest thing on the channel.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I feel like there's like a detachment almost with like Black Ops Zombies now because it goes like World at War. You start out, everything's like super fucking simple. There's not a lot. Like if you revisited that now, playing Black Ops 2 or Black Ops 3 or Black Ops 4, you're like, damn, this game's pretty like simplified, and there's not a lot to do based off of other games, but it still has that like original just sense of I'm playing this game, I'm enjoying it. I used to play it as a kid. You have that nostalgia, so it attracts you
Mhm.
back. Then you move on up to Black Ops 1. Things get a little bit more complex, different wonder weapons, new ideas explored, new
Easter
perks.
eggs.
Exactly. Black Ops 2, it's the exact same thing. New maps, new storyline completely. They really went out of their way and like did some cool stuff and they had some unique things. They had, all sorts of cool shit that people liked. A lot of like I think it was cool you could like build a liquefier. People like that a lot. Just having buildables in general was cool. And there was diversity, but it still always had that essential this is Black Ops, this is like a Treyarch game. Like you could just kind of like see that and you felt it. And then Black Ops 3, I mean, for me, I still felt that and I still liked it and I enjoyed it, but I noticed there were some slight changes, but it wasn't anything too overbearing, like you're saying. With Black Ops 4, like they just tried to fucking do everything at once and they focused on too much. And I mean, they didn't give enough attention to all these things individually, which ended up making them all just really bad. I wouldn't say bad, but giving people that much customization makes it a bit too complex and it overcomplicates your game, I'd say almost. So I don't know. There wasn't enough attention on other things. Like, imagine if they had that much attentiveness with like wonder weapons or just changing something else. Like, it could have been a whole different fucking game if they didn't prioritize that. But
That's the
that
thing
was what
is
they
like
thought was
I think
essential.
everyone would agree like we're fine with changes in zombies. It's just from Black Ops 3 to 4 it was too much at once. It's like Yuri was saying if they just added the elixir system to replace gobblegums in BO4 and they didn't have the chaos story and like they just focused on changing one thing, I think it would have been good, but like they changed the perk system, they changed the gobblegum system, they added a whole new story. Like it was just way too much.
Yeah, I definitely agree.
Like that's never bad. Like you said, that's never bad. It's just how you approach it is the way that how people are going to react to it. Um, you don't just flood an entire community and expect everybody to survive and swim.
Yeah.
People are going to drown and be upset because of like the amount of just absolute shit that happened. Because you don't just do that. You don't just like put 30 new features into a game, including all the maps and all the Easter eggs and shit, and
Yeah.
expect everybody to be happy. You just don't do that. And
I'd say, sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say like, and I know you can't make everybody happy, but at the same time, think about it in that way. Like, Let's try to do something similar, but let's change it up a bit to try to like make everyone happy, kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, for me at least, this was an issue, and I didn't even think about it till now. Was um, I remember watching like there was a reveal trailer. It was like the teaser for Blood of the Dead, and I remember watching like the reaction to it, and it was like, yeah, they went back in time and they like went through this portal, and like they're back at Mob, and it's the original four characters, and like I felt like it fed off of like that original zombies vibe, and everyone was like, wow, this is gonna be really fucking cool, and it kind of gave people high hopes, I guess you could say. But then when they came back to that map, everything was just like off about it. Imagine if they did that, but they kept all of the original perks in and like just went with how Black Ops 3 kind of was, and they added like that kind of aesthetic into that game. It would have been fucking absolutely legendary. So I don't know. They just fucked everything up, I feel like. They
Oh,
just did everything wrong.
it just makes me
I-
so anxious for Black Ops 5. Like, I want to be hyped, but like, I was so hyped for Black Ops 4 too, and we just saw how that went. So
And
yeah.
like that's what happens with a shitload of change is that it's like what was once hype and joy is now just sheer anxiety of, is this going to be equally shit? Is this going to be better? What do I even expect out of this anymore? Because like we know how, and basically like we know how the last one happened. Let's see, and basically a lot of people's mentalities. Let's see how they fuck up this time. Instead of like, oh, I want to see what they changed. I want to see what they did better. It's just like, no, let's see how bad they messed up. And that's what sucks because like they probably did a lot of good shit. They're probably going to be doing a lot of good shit, but all the bad is being remembered
yeah.
because of the giant community that is zombies and how negatively Black Ops 4 was taken. Um, it's just a bummer because I'm pretty sure that could have been avoided easily. But excuse me, but they, I don't know, they just like they took too big of a bite and they just couldn't swallow anymore.
Yeah, they definitely went their own way with
I
stuff,
feel
I'd
like
say.
we're just kicking a dead horse now.
Probably. We really fucking are.
That's what everyone's doing
Everybody
until
knows it.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
frozen? Oh, there we go. Oh, I was dropping some frames. Are we good now?
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
I
should be
think you're
good.
good. Yeah, you're good. You're good.
Considering I see you two, I don't know.
Yeah, we're good now. So I was also gonna say before we continue, if you guys ever want to drop any topics, feel free. That's why we do that's why we do the podcast live as well as I upload it, is because interactivity. If you guys ever want to suggest anything to talk about, I'm always down. But I was looking at your channel, Yuri, and I saw that your earliest stream, as far as I could see, was November of 2017. Does that sound about right?
Fuck if I know.
But then I was also
Like,
looking when you consistently started streaming, and that was around May 2019. Is that right? Sound about right?
what fucking hell, really? Fuck. Oh yeah, that actually sounds right.
So it's
Well,
almost
yeah,
been a year.
because that's the thing about it is that streaming has always been like a. I watched Syndicate. I watched like Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, all like big motherfuckers who stream. And I was like, that looks like fun. I like gaming. I like talking. What could go wrong, basically? So I tried it a few times back when I had a laptop, not even a good one, just like a laptop that could handle games. And then I just didn't work out because I didn't have my own thing, my own little house, and just like it just couldn't work out. And then when I got my little shed, I was like, okay, this is a good start. Like I could either try it out and say I at least tried it, or I can make it a thing that is good now that I can actually make it consistent. And lo and behold, thank the Lord, I went from like literally Bloodborne and games that I loved, high rounding zombies, Bloodborne, dying, raging, um, to the community that I have now, and I honestly could not be happier because I took a chance with streaming, and I hardly take chances on a lot of things because I'm scared it's too hard. I just know, or just like what my living situation or just like life just will not permit it. Um, and with streaming, I was like, I can do this. I can at least try it. Um, and I'm glad I did because holy shit, like I've never been happier. It's just one of those things that like I think I told it like 2 days ago or so. But streaming's been one of those things that always lifts my day up. Um, I could be having the shittiest morning in the world. Like I could, my boss is annoying. I trip and fall and whatever the hell. And it's just garbage. And then like the hours are going up to the stream, and like I just start getting hyped. I just start getting like I'm about to stream, like it's about to happen.
That's awesome.
And then yeah, and then like I started, and then thankfully I got some consistent people who like just chatting and hanging out. They don't even play. It's just like come and hang out and talk shit on me, and like just it's all a good time. And it's just become this really good, like it's now a priority in my life, which was like a secondary option, is now
Mhm.
basically like a big priority. Um, like my friend wanted to hang out, and I was like, I gotta stream. I got a podcast today, which they didn't understand. But I was like, I got this thing today. I'll hang out with you after, okay? And they're like, okay, that's fine, that's fine. So that's basically how it is in my life now. It's like I put streaming on my list of, can I skip a day? If like what will happen if I skip a day? Because I hate skipping days. It's just I feel terrible. Because I know a lot of people have straight up told me like, you're my favorite streamer, you make my day, kind of thing. And like, why would I want to strip them of that?
Yeah.
Because I wanted to
Yeah.
drink tonight, and kind of thing. uh and it just, and thankfully I've gotten a good balance of like the people that I hang out with understand, and also the people that I stream with and people who join the stream understand like I have a life as well, and I kind of want to live that before I die. um so it's this really good medium that I've gotten together, and it's really really good. And it's just a lot of fun now. Like life has never been better, honestly.
That's
It's the
awesome to hear.
best.
So I was gonna, you kind of touched on it earlier, at least with like who you were watching, but how did you like first discover Twitch?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, um, that's a tough one. Because I always knew it existed. I didn't understand what it was, but I knew what it was. And so Syndicate, the guy that I used to watch all the time, he would stream Minecraft. He would stream some zombies. When I was like 12 or 13, it's been a while. And so like I already knew the concept of streaming. I knew what that was. I knew the platform and everything. So by the time I was like, I want to try that out, I had a full understanding of what Twitch was, and what it was trying to do for people, kind of like YouTube but better, because YouTube is in the shitter, like way worse than BO4. Um, so it just got to the point where I was like, I got a good connection of like, this fits and it works really well, and I fucking yeah, I just enjoy it because I don't know. It was a very fortunate series of events. How streaming became something that I do every day. I did not think it was going to be something that I do every day, but I like just like um, I got older, I moved out, I came back, and then my brother moved out, and then I was like, I want the shed because I knew I wanted to stream or game a lot. And then they were like, okay, so like that got in my lap, and then I got a camera, I got the mic, and then it just like all came together, and I was like, fuck yeah,
Awesome.
fuck yeah.
But that's really cool. And I mean, I don't know. I'd say I got like similar inspiration. Like, you know how you said that you saw like people streaming,
Hmm.
like Syndicate. I used to watch. I used to watch him a lot too when I was younger. Like the Minecraft project was one of the things I thought was cool, and I'd see like him doing like the hunting Optic stuff like that. I
Hmm.
used to watch Optic. Like I don't know if you ever like watched him competitively, but when I was younger, I used to watch like their Black Ops 2 tourneys, and like I'd watch all of the content that they made, and I was like, this is really cool. And I remember being like 12, 13 at the time, and just wanting to like be in that same, I guess, just place that they were. Like they put in a lot of hard work to get there and stuff. Like living in a house or just like being on a team and having that like commitment to that and having that, I guess, outlet and that type of just that lifestyle was cool. It's like it's cool to create content. I thought it was really just interesting. So I got like an HD PVR and I started recording my gameplay like and I got a PC first obviously, but I made like a Road to Master like series basically where I would play League Play and just record it and I don't know. I'd say it was really similar in that aspect, and eventually, like, I just made my way to, like, streaming. I remember I streamed when I was, like, probably, like, 14 or 15 for a little bit, and then I stopped because I had, like, bad internet, and then, um, I think last October, I was like, "I'm gonna try this out and see where it goes," and just started streaming zombies and stuff, and then got better internet eventually, so I don't know, it's definitely interesting. Streaming is unique, and I know what you mean by, like, having people come in and, like, wanna say hi and, like, just chill with you and shit, like, it's just really fun when you meet people through it, and it just gives you this, like, breath of fresh air again, like, with playing games because you can get burnt out sometimes if you don't have that, but when you have people watching you, it's just a whole different, I guess,
Mhm.
aspect, I'd say. So, that's really cool. I
I
respect
think
that, dude.
what's really interesting in that is it sounds like there's a cycle, right? Because when we were like 12, 13, 14, we looked up to
Yeah.
people like Syndicate and all of them. And now that we're older and we're streaming, like Yuri said, there's people who tell him that they really love him as a streamer, they love his content, stuff like that. And then if those people get older and they start doing content, then younger, like it sounds like it's just a cycle that keeps going, which is really cool.
Oh yeah, it's
Definitely.
it's something that a lot of people have joined in my stream and asked like, how do I stream? How do I get viewers? Is basically the question. Because like the big thing is viewers. And just like how do I start this? And I always tell them like, I get it. Like I know you want to get big immediately, but that's never gonna happen. That's never gonna happen unless you have a YouTube channel like Mr. I think his name is Mr. T Lexify, whatever the hell. Um, Basically, if you have a YouTube channel and you move to Twitch, you're immediately going to get followers because they know who you are. But if you're just starting from scratch, like I did, and I'm pretty sure the two lads next to me did, it's just a big grind because you don't. At least for me, I knew I was not at all going to be the best. I knew I was not going to get big fast. It's just all these things in my head that like were telling me like you're not going to do this, you're not going to do this. Like I know. There are people who are way fucking bigger than me because Ninja was still popular when this was going in through my head. I was like, I know Ninja exists, so I know that's not gonna happen to me immediately. So through all the negativity, it kind of just like kept me low to the ground and kept me humble, I guess, because whenever I get like 30 people in a stream, sometimes maybe even 40, I get rated, I get hosted with like people. It's like I never let that get to my head because um, I'm still working. I'm still working to get big. I'm nowhere close to this is a job.
Yeah.
So even though I get a really good stream sometimes with 30 to 40 people, I never let that go. If I had an ego, I never let it go to that because like, this is only one night. The next night I could get 3 people and then for 3 hours. So it's not something that I can just like hold on to like, yeah, this is going to be great. It's like, I know that's not going to happen. That's going to die quickly if I have that attitude, which is why I tell people like, be yourself. Don't lie, don't act. Just do what you love, play what you love. Even if no one's watching it, play what you love. That's why I played Bloodborne because that game's like 10 years old now almost.
Mhm.
And I played that for the first like 2 months of streaming. And I love Bloodborne. I've beaten that game like over 30 times because of how much I love it. And it's just I loved playing it, which is why I loved streaming it. And you need to have that connection of you love the game and you know how to commentate over it, or just love the game because there are people who have no audio streams, and I get that. So you just have to enjoy what you're doing, and if you focus on the numbers, if you focus on the money, then you're gonna hate it. You're gonna hate and quit streaming immediately because unless you're rich already, then that's not gonna happen, man. That's not gonna happen.
I think another thing that's really cool that you kind of touched on is I streamed like on and off. I think it was like last year around like start of fall last year is when I started like streaming like a couple times a week, and then I started picking it up around when I met Aaron, and through Aaron I've met so many awesome and cool people. We're doing the show right now, like it's just been so cool meeting people, talking to people, like basically forging a community. I think that's the coolest part of streaming, is having a community. It's just really cool.
Mhm.
I'd say it's cool too, and I don't know. I mean, I think when it comes to like view count and stuff like that, like to an extent, I'm like, yeah, it's cool. Like I have these people watching me and like people support me and stuff, but it's like it's 50-50. I think it's good to maintain like the like thought process of, yeah, there's still more to come, but I think it's also good to just like live in the moment of like what's happening too and just like chill and I don't know, just fucking like go with the flow with the stuff that's going on, I guess you could say. And like sometimes I do have a bit of an ego when it comes to streaming, honestly, and I'm like, damn, dude, I'm like popping off right now, like 30 viewers, like this shit's fucking cool. But I don't know. I think I needed to hear that tonight for sure. Like
Mhm.
my mindset's in the wrong place sometimes, and I don't know. I think I need to be more just fucking chilled back with stuff because I don't know. I beat myself up sometimes about like just the dumbest shit. I don't know. It's like for no reason. Like nothing comes of that. Like being hard on yourself. So
Yeah, because like a couple of times in my streaming career, like even the past few months, I've gotten to number one spot on the BO3 streaming, and I didn't fucking know. Like I was just having some fun and playing games
Yeah.
with my lads, and then someone in my stream was like, "Dude, you're number one." I'm like, "What? What the fuck?"
it's always people in chat. They're like, dude, you got like 35 viewers right now. It's really cool. Like
Yeah, and it's like that's awesome, but I'm still having fun. Like I gotta focus on having fun because like it's cool that I'm number one, but
yeah.
Mr. T is gonna stream tomorrow, and that's gonna be gone. That's gonna be gone out the window
Yeah.
easily. So it's always like I get that ego because like when I first streamed, it was always like I had an average of like 2 to 3 people who just like stopped. They didn't even chat.
Yeah.
It just like stopped by. And then when that jumped over to like 8 and 10, I was like ooh, basically, like hell yeah, I'm being noticed. And then now that I know how to stream, quote unquote, it's just like I like none of that should matter. I gotta focus on having fun because either I'm chilling with my buddies, like Single Peach Venom, username ULads, is I gotta focus on that because if I'm not having fun with anybody, including my own self, there's no point for me even streaming or even just being here right now. It's because if I'm not having fun, who the hell else is gonna have fun?
That's true. I don't know. People kind of feed off of that. Like they can see what's going on, and like when people are, when something's like on your mind and you're just like down. I don't know. I don't know if you've ever had streams like that where you've had like kind of a fucking rough day, and like I don't know. Sometimes you just get overwhelmed with the shit that goes on in life. So you go live and people kind of ask like, is everything all right? And I don't know. Bottom line, yeah, stuff's cool, but I feel like people can definitely tell for sure. Like when you're just in that mindset of like thinking and you're like preoccupied. Like it's good to stream and it's good to focus on it, but sometimes I'll go live and like people fucking notice. They're like, huh, this is really weird. Aaron's being different today. So yeah, I don't know. It's definitely good to maintain that energy, but sometimes it's hard to.
I get
So
what you mean.
So one of the topics I wrote down that you kind of touched on was when you started doing the Easter eggs with followers and viewers and stuff. That seems to be like the niche that you have, or like the audience that you gather is those sort of people. When did you start? Like, do you remember when you first started doing those types of streams?
Oh my god. Man, I don't know if Single Peach is in your chat right now, but he would definitely know because he is the one person that made me say yes. I was doing Town Solo on my PC, and then he was like, "Dude, I have that. Like, do you want to play?" And then I wasn't very big. I was like 300, 200, as if I'm big now, for fuck's sake. Um, but I was like 200, 300 followers or something like relatively on the smaller side, and then I took a chance. I took a chance over somebody who saw my content and wanted to actually play with me. Because I would get a lot of people who would immediately follow and ask, "Can I play?" Like immediately follow, "Can I play?" And if I said no, they'd leave. So a lot of those just kind of turned me away from playing with followers and with viewers because it's like they're just gonna leave immediately. Like, what's the point? Like, what's the point? Um, but it got to the point where he was genuine and actually wanted to. I knew he wanted to chill, and so I said, "Fuck it, yes." And this was, God, I don't even remember. It's been a while. It's been a while. But I would easily say it was about 4, maybe 5 months ago. Because it's it was such like a moment where I said yes, I'm gonna do this, and that literally changed my entire channel.
Yeah.
Because it went from soloing everything, Easter eggs and just high rounding, to, you know what, fuck it, I want to play with some lads, I want to have some fun with everybody. And that paid extremely good dividends because I have almost 1,200 followers, like holy shit, basically. And I fucking love it. Everyone who has joined me, who has followed me, is super fucking cool, including you two. Not to exclude you or anything, but no one is taking it hard. I get shit on. I get that. Like, I don't care. I know it's all in good fun, and that's the best part about it, is that I know no one's pissed off. No one's actually angry at me. No one's actually shitting on me. No one's actually whatever. It's always in good fun because they know who I am. They followed me for X amount of days or months. Like, they know how I act. They know how I am. And that's like my favorite part about it, is that I can be myself truly, and it's literally the best thing in the world, because I knew that if I wasn't going to be myself, I was going to just hate it, because who the hell wants to follow an actor and then find out that he's a bitch later down the line. So it was just really good to be myself, because I knew I was gonna hate people were gonna hate me, and I get it, or they were gonna enjoy it and hang out. And it's been almost a year. Good fuck. It's been almost a year, and I'm honestly one of the best years when I started streaming. One of the best years of my life, and
That's awesome.
I can't thank all of you guys enough. Even being here on the podcast, if it wasn't for streaming and just for literally playing with everybody and just like, I guess, being who I am, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't have this mic. I would not have these monitors. I would not have anything to better my streaming career. It would have been like one monitor, just like me jacking off in my room, depressed. And who wants to see that?
Yeah, I mean, I want to say thanks for coming on and like agreeing to like hang out with us and just be a part of this, because I don't know, like him and I talked about this. Like, we just had an idea one day, like, what if we started a podcast and just like, you know, we just did something. And like, I feel like with streaming, just as a whole, it gets you out of your comfort zone for sure, because like you're just not doing what everybody else is. And I feel like people have kind of an interesting like look on it, especially if you want to make it like a full-time career. People are like, it could go tits up really fast. Like, people usually don't have like, I guess, a good just idea about it. And I don't know, like, just like the idea that formed with like us starting a podcast, it was the same thing for like you streaming or Kyle streaming or like me streaming. You have to get out of your comfort zone, and you have to just get used to talking to people and just being like a constant voice basically. And I don't know, people get used to that and they'll come in and they'll stop by and hang out. But respect to you for fucking doing it. Like, people don't show enough appreciation toward the people that actually take the time to like learn and get better at what they're doing, because streaming, you constantly learn. Like, even if you do it for 5 or 6 years, like, you can always be better at what you do. And I don't know, especially with streaming, it takes a lot of time and a lot of practice to do something that people think is appealing. So if you're having that much success with it, and I know you are because I've seen your streams, like, props to you for fucking learning and just going with it and figuring out a way that it works for you. So that's fucking awesome, man. Keep doing it.
Yeah, because go on. I saw you trying to talk.
Oh no, you're fine. You can keep going.
Okay. It was just gonna be basically like a tangent off of him, of the fact that I could easily go back to my Bloodborne playthrough back almost a year ago. Yeah, almost a year ago, and I could easily be like, I'm not comfortable. I could definitely like sense that, because like I really got that vibe off of a buddy of mine that I know in person. He wanted to start streaming because I did, and I knew who he was in person. I know how he acted. I knew his personality. And then as soon as he hit record and as soon as he hits go live, just like all of that shut off. All of that shut off. And even though I was in his chat, like hanging out with him, I could definitely tell like he's not comfortable. He is not accustomed to this. Being like, because I've been doing it for over almost a year now, and because like I know what the fuck I'm doing for the most part. So just watching that happen, I was like, fuck. I was there. I was there at one point, and my good God, I've grown way more than I thought I ever would. It just in like streaming like helped kind of like my social life, dealing with people because it's just a lot of talking and a lot of like kind of improvising at the same time. Because that was one of my biggest things with high rounding is that how do you commentate over high rounding when nobody's watching? Like it's just such like a tedious long task that takes sometimes hours. Like how do you keep talking? And that's like when I look back, like how the fuck did I do that? Because I was high rounding every fucking night and sometimes every morning, and I would go like 30 rounds in the morning and then like however long I could at night, with however many maps, and 4 people were watching, and I'm thinking about like how did I manage that? How the fuck did I manage that shit? It was ridiculous, man. It was ridiculous. But thank the Lord I got better, and it's like, good God, I'm glad I got better because now I know how to talk, even when I'm alone in my room, literally. It's really good.
We got a question in chat here. What is everyone's thoughts on Zetsubo?
I fucking love that map.
I love Zetsubo. I love Zetsubo. It's one of those maps that you either love it because of the Easter egg, you love it because of the high rounds, or you hate it because of literally those two. Yes, it's very tedious. Like fucking tedious is how to set up. But it's really, really good at the same time. Like as soon as you know what you're doing, and that's the best part about Easter eggs. Like you learn and you know. You're not like looking back at a guide like, oh fuck.
Like you know every single part spot, you know the order of the steps once you do
exactly. And like that's the whole, and that's how I judge an Easter egg now. Is how well do I know it, and like based on that, do I still like it? Because learning origins, holy shit, that was I still look at a guide for some of the stats.
I did it with you. That was my first time doing it.
Yeah, and like good fucking God. That map was so hard to learn, but it's my favorite Easter egg because of that. I've learned it, and just the whole concept of it is like the best. It's so good. I just fucking love it.
I think Kyle needs to tread very carefully with this answer here because I know he doesn't fucking like this map at all. So he's
well, I don't hate it. I was gonna say that the theme and the intro cutscene are so good for the map. The layout is alright to me, but I think the theme is really cool, and I think the opening cutscene is one of my favorite, but that's probably because Takio is like one of my favorite characters. But yeah, I hate turning on the power on that map. I don't know. It's just I would never high round that map. Absolutely not. I would do the Easter egg with people because, like, I'm assuming another reason Yuri does it is because it's fun. I like playing zombies with other people a lot. But Zetsubo is just it's like a mid-tier map for me, maybe a little bit above average, but it's like mid.
That's a respectable answer right there.
Another question: what is everyone's favorite fruit?
Mango or watermelon?
Watermelon for sure. Ooh,
really?
Mm-hmm.
Watermelon's an F tier fruit for me too.
I saw one that I wanted to touch on in chat was.
Wait! I didn't get the answer, dude. Come on, we're going in order here.
Sorry. Go ahead. You said watermelon's S tier. I thought that was your answer.
No, I said F. I hate watermelon.
Okay. Why?
I don't know. It doesn't. The texture and it's just like literally like just juice, and the texture is so trash. I'd probably say bananas or oranges. Bananas or oranges is what I meant to say.
All right.
Zombie brain over here.
All right.
Very good.
I wanted to ask, what's your guys' favorite? Since somebody asked it in chat, what's your guys' favorite zombies memories?
Oh, that was I'll go last.
All right, I'll go first then. So,
is this gonna? Have I heard this one before?
You might have. I said it on stream, but I don't know.
I thought it was the Kino window story.
That I could touch on that one too. So basically, this one was with this guy's like one of my fucking best friends. His name's Connor, and like him and I had like the worst beef when we first met. He absolutely fucking hated me. Thought I was so annoying, and we were playing. This was like a couple years ago, I'd say. No, our friendship had already like developed and stuff. We'd been buds for a long time, and we were playing on Die Rise. He was on his Xbox when I was on 360, and he was like, "Hey, I know that you like high rounds and stuff, and I'll probably leave the game, so I'll just give you this liquefier, so you don't have to spin the box for it." And I was like, "All right." So we like set up, or built this liquefier, picked it up, and he and I went into like the temple room, that's like upside down that you train in, and we were just like fucking hanging out in there. And I was running around below him, and he was sitting. So like how you can walk up that beam,
Yeah.
and then you can take a left and you sit right there because the zombies don't spawn behind you. He was chilling right there, and we were in between rounds.
I didn't know this is heading.
we were in between rounds, and I walked up and I looked at him and I shot the fucking fire underneath him, and the platform's like it's like steep, and he just slides off the fucking map and dies. And he started screaming.
This is why your guys were already had beef, right? You said.
Yeah, like just because of shit like that, I just fucked with him all the time, and he got so fucking mad, dude, and he got off. Like he was screaming in his mic, and then he was just done for the rest of the night.
Good.
He was like, "I'm never giving you the fucking liquefier again." And he hung up, and that was it. Kyle, you go next.
I would say one of them for sure. Like probably, I can't think of like the number one, but one that's probably a top 3 or top 5 would be when I did the tag Easter egg like the day after it came out, and like watching streams, looking at the Reddit and stuff to figure out steps. I thought, and it was the last map, like that whole like couple days of streaming and like playing with friends and trying to figure out the Easter egg was like really awesome, and I just so much fun. Another one that comes to mind is just played Mob of the Dead with my friends. Just that was probably the like best DLC release, like in terms of all my friends were playing it and talking about it and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Do I have another one? And Chronicles release too was just everyone was hyped for that, so I'd say when Chronicles came out too.
Not bad.
That's fair.
I mean, I guess this one's pretty fair. My family was never, well, I can say my family, my bros, because I have 4 brothers and 1 sister.
Dang.
Yeah, it's pretty great. And we never really got along when it came to gaming, because it was either I kept playing everything because I was the gamer of the house, or no one played anything. So when it came down to zombies, that was just something that we all just came together and played. Like, there was a glitch that you could do 3-player zombies on Black Ops 1, and it would just be me and my brothers, and then we would switch off after we died, and it was such like a I'm loving life moment, because it's really hard for us to get along because we're always just butting heads because it's all guys. I don't know if you've been to a boys' locker room before, but like,
oh yeah, testosterone
really
fucking rampant, dude.
Yeah, it's just like all my brothers just like always butting heads. And then when it came to gaming, especially specifically zombies, even now my bro still has his Xbox 360 and Black Ops 1 zombies, and we just all game on that, and it's always a great fucking time. I always have a great time with them, and oh my god, it's so good. Another reason why I love zombies now, because I played it with them.
Awesome. Another question in chat. We got a lot of chat questions tonight.
Hey.
Do you see yourselves making a career out of zombies? I'll touch first on this one. On my YouTube channel, all I really do is post like a zombies video just a video, but it happens to be zombies every week, and then this podcast. And when I stream, I usually stream some form of zombies. I think it would be awesome, but realistically, I would say a lot of it depends on Black Ops 5. If Black Ops 5 is a repeat of Black Ops 4, I think the community, I don't think there will be a market to be able to make a career out of zombies, unfortunately. I mean that being said, I would still stream it, make content for it, do all that stuff, but if it fails, I just don't think there will be a market for it. That's my
That's
opinion.
fair.
You're good, mate.
All right. Let's say not with zombies as a whole. Probably just with streaming in general. Like, I don't know, streaming is nice and I like it, but being like tied down to one game is not my thing. Like, I don't know. I like to play what's fun, and zombies isn't always going to be fun. Like, it's not always going to be like I can start my stream like 5 out of 7 days a week and stream it for like 4 to 8 hours. Like, that's just not
You used
how I'm
to.
trying to be.
You said you didn't
Well,
have a good
yeah, I mean
mindset when you did.
that's because like that was all I could stream because of my internet. Like
Oh yeah.
once I got faster internet and I could stream like Tarkov or like whatever was fun, that's what I was playing because like that's why I want to do it. I feel like earlier you said that like when you stream, if you're not having fun, like people can notice and like just not being yourself on stream can be kind of just obvious to people. And I feel like it's the same thing with games. Like if you're not playing what you enjoy, then it's just not like why are you even doing it at that point? So that's why like I'd say more like streaming as a whole I'd want to make a career, not um zombies per se. If it was something that just like aids that and pushes me into the right direction and I'm like an influence in a community because of that, like I wouldn't mind that. But I don't know, I wouldn't want to just be known for like that one thing. I'd want to stream whatever's fun and just enjoy it. What about you?
I mean, my biggest thing on the channel right now is zombies, and I don't mind that at all. And everybody who follows me knows that I change it up. I just finished Doom, not on stream, but I just finished Doom, and I'm not doing Modern Warfare. Not really. I don't know. But zombies as a whole is always a game that I will enjoy playing with people in solo, um, even off stream. It's just such a game that is very repetitive, but in the good way. Because if you're with the right, if you're not with randos, if you're like, for example, for me, if I'm with my three bros and we're just like all sitting on the couch together playing zombies, that's always going to be a good time because you're
Yeah.
yelling at each other, you're hitting each other literally, and just like you're making it a good time because that's what that game specifically brings out to you. Zombies for us is always going to be a good time because we know what we're doing, but we'll still yell at each other and we'll still give us each other shit. And that's my favorite part of zombies specifically. Like Bloodborne gives me joy, like tremendous joy. I know a lot of people hate Dark Souls like games, but I have an absolute joy for Bloodborne because of the story and like how hard it is and just like the challenge. And I love it to death. And not a lot of people even know what the hell Bloodborne is. No one likes playing it, and like that's a rage game, and people don't like that. Which is why it's not like a game that it's not like a family game. It's not something that you like go to your friend like, dude, let's play some Bloodborne. It's like, no, no, you're gonna have a broken TV by the end of the day. That's why I say Bloodborne is my favorite game of all time because it is. It brings me joy. Granted, not everybody else, but it brings me joy no matter what. Um, but like I said, Black Ops as a whole, sorry, zombies as a whole, it'll always be something that I will come back to no matter what, off stream or
Yeah.
on stream, because a lot of people like still love still playing it, and it's just something that you just love doing. I've been playing zombies ever since BL1, and granted, I haven't gotten all the games for that have zombies attached to it, but it was always something that like I looked forward to. BO4, I was like, I just want the zombies. I don't give a shit about multiplayer. I just want the zombies. And BO3 was the same way. I played some multiplayer on my Xbox when I didn't have my PS4, but it was all zombies. It was all zombies. And it was weird because once upon a time, I didn't have any internet, and it was Shadows of Evil every single night. Not even the Easter egg, just like Shadows of Evil every single night. And it was like, whoa. It was like a whoa moment. It was good.
We got a couple more chat questions. Do you think they'll make a new crew for Black Ops 5 Zombies?
I hope.
My answer is no, unless you count. I could see them since they're making it, or like the leaks so far, have saying that it's been like it's gonna be like a Vietnam Black Ops reboot. I could see them put like Woods and Mason from the Black Ops campaign in zombies. So if you count that as a new crew, then maybe. But I feel like it's either gonna be Dark Ether. It's either gonna be Dark Ether. It's gonna be the Frank Woods and Mason from campaign, and then I think the least likely would be they'll bring Chaos back. So that's my guess. I don't think they're gonna add completely new characters.
I mean, they did with Shadows of Evil, but thankfully it was just one map.
Oh yeah, but that's still like the same storyline.
Yeah.
You said you hope not, Aaron. You don't think they will?
No, I think they have too many fucking plot lines with shit right now. Like they just need to focus on like one of them. I don't know. I don't think making a new crew is gonna do anything. It's gonna be good for that game. It's just gonna make more people pissed off if they're going down another storyline and not focusing on it. Because if they focus on something else, like a storyline they've already had, that'd be better probably. That's where the good content comes from. So, yeah, that's my honest opinion.
I mean, from a community standpoint, and also from like a marketing standpoint, they technically ended the lives of the OG crew. So from a marketing standpoint, and like Treyarch, they'd be like, okay, we killed them. Now there's room for new people. And granted, there's a storyline and everything, but like in their heads, like, okay, we can make new people because we killed them, even though like there's another story or whatever. But like we like you saw them get shot in the head and like drink poison, whatever the hell they did. So in like in that aspect, they could probably make a new crew that way. I wouldn't mind little cameos, like kind of like Call of the Dead, where like you heard Dempsey, Richtofen inside the giant bunker, but you never played them. That would be really fun, but in a way, I get it if there's a new crew. In another way, I'm going to miss the hell out of the old crew if they never come back. Like Takeo, Dempsey, Nikolai, you will like you can never replace them. You literally cannot.
That's fair for sure.
Another question from chat: who has helped you with streaming in the biggest / most important way? That's a tough one.
Like who as in what?
Like a person, I'm guessing.
Like a person.
I have two answers I can say. There's two people that have helped me a lot with streaming. That's not true. I said the biggest thing that helps me with streaming is having good friends. Like when you're talking with people and just having like Kyle or Kai or just like any of my close friends on with me that are like funny and I can just like wind down with and like fucking chill with the boys. Like even if they're not playing a game with me, I'll still talk to them. Like that's good. I'd say that's probably the biggest thing that helps. But outside of that, like I would say I've met a couple of people, like Convict was one of them. Like I've been on his podcast a few times and like just I don't know, he's like helped me with I guess growth and just like putting my name out there and stuff, I would say. And then probably Sam. Sam's pretty cool too. So there's like they've been super helpful and supportive through that, and I don't know, I thank them a lot for the help that they've given me. So but I'd say like most helpful just as a whole is probably like my close friends. 100%.
I was gonna say the group of friends that I've made since finding your stream has pushed me to make content, to stream, to do all this stuff, and I found new motivation through that completely, which is awesome. So I couldn't really credit it to one person, but it's a group effort between all my friends, I would say.
That's a good answer. I mean,
yeah. That's a good one. I like that. In all honesty, if I were to name one person, it would be Single Peach, Jackpack, who I stream with every so often, because if it wasn't for him, I'd still be soloing everything. I probably would still be soloing everything. So if it wasn't for that man, I'd literally just being like, "Yo, let's play a round or two, up high rounds and shit, like whatever." I wouldn't meet you guys. I wouldn't have met Iron, Brando's Super Venom. I had your stream up for a little bit. And just like literally my entire Discord, basically. If it wasn't for Single Peach, when it comes to zombies, at least, I would literally don't know where I would be. I seriously doubt I would have 1,200 followers, almost 1,200 followers, because playing with people definitely it builds you a good community, because you could tell if this follower is going to be full of shit or they're going to be cool and like want to play with you later on. But at the same time, they also have to respect the fact that I like to solo. I like to do things solo, like Easter eggs, high rounds, other games that don't even involve multiplayer. Like they're like, yeah, that's fine, I get it. I still want to chat and hang out with you. They're not just like relying on multiplayer, which is why they follow me or whatever. It's like, oh, he's streaming, I'm gonna get big now. Like that's that's a big thing that I'm worried about, because I have a handful of people that join in and they're like I said, how do you get views? Is like, or they're like, oh, can I play with you? And then they'll be like, oh yeah, like I also stream. It's like, great, super cool.
Yeah, and they're like, can you follow my Twitter? Follow my
Yeah.
stream? Stuff like that. Yeah.
Exactly. I only have my Twitter, even though I never use it on my streams, because a lot of people are like, what's your Twitter? What's your whatever? It's like, I don't use it, but here you go.
Yeah.
I post nothing on it.
So I got a question for Yuri right now.
All right.
Have you ever had to deal with like people just getting close to you for like the wrong reasons with streaming, like wanting to use you or like take advantage of you at all? Like, have you ever had like any experience with that so far? I know.
Outside of streaming, just in my personal life, yes. But honestly, fuck off phone. Honestly, when it comes down to streaming, every single person that I've met who is consistent and coming back has just wanted nothing but the best for me, and I'm just absolutely ecstatic about that, because the Peach, specifically because he's the one who helped me with it all, get multiplayer on. He's the only man who started it, and ever since then, I've never played with a single person who has wanted to use my quote unquote fame as streaming to better themselves. And I'm really fucking psyched about that, because it will probably undoubtedly happen eventually.
Yeah, I mean, I think it depends where you put yourself and stuff, but I don't know. I feel like sometimes, like, not to like fucking be a downer about shit, but I feel like sometimes people just like kind of take advantage of that. Like, I'll tell people, I'm like, yeah, I stream, I play this game, I do that, and like, I don't know. Sometimes people are like, oh, that's cool, and like they'll fucking chill in my chat, and like after a few days, like ask me for mod, and I'm like, I don't know. I don't really like know them on that level and stuff, so it's kind of just like I feel like people take advantage of that kind of, and
Yeah.
I say I'm a nice person so far, like just I don't have any bad intentions with people and shit, but I don't know. I feel like people kind of fucking prey on that sometimes, and I'm like, damn, you guys are sons of bitches for that one. So I don't know. I was just curious because I know that like you stream and you're really consistent. Like every time I come in, you're like 15 plus viewers. So I know you get a lot of people in, and you probably have a lot of influx with just random people that you meet. So I was just curious to see if that's ever happened with you so far. But it's good that you have people that support you and care about you like that, because that's just a rarity as a whole. Sounds like you had a nice community.
Yeah, because like the thing I like about me is that well, I mean, I guess is that when it comes down to streaming, I'm not at all scared to ban people. I'm not at all scared to straight up yell at people in my chat, because I've done that. There's a fucker, I don't know what the fuck his name was, like Darvin or some bullshit. But basically, like a returning viewer was like putting Little Sky Me is basically like music, and I didn't really care. I have SR all the time, and so they put the song, and then the Darvon bitch just started like yelling at him. It's like started like downing him, started like trashing his music, and then it got to the point where I got so pissed off that I yelled at him on stream. I just straight up like shouted at him, and then he said like "fuck you," whatever. And then one of my modders, my buddy Salt, banned him, and I was like, "Thank you." And then he comes literally crawling back, following me again, joining my Discord again, only for me to completely ignore him. And Salt, the one who banned him, basically said, "Fuck you, leave." And like, I'm not scared to do that. I'm not scared to tell you to fuck off, because I want to have fun. If you're gonna make me not have that, I don't want you in my life. You can piss the fuck off.
Bro, that totally reminds me of like the partial docs that happened one night when I was playing Minecraft. That shit was fucking crazy. One of my mods was in there, and this guy came in, and he was like starting shit kind of. He was like talking to this girl, and I think she was like 18 at the time. I don't know how old she is now. None of my fucking business, but she's 18. this guy is like saying I go to medical school. He's like trying to flex basically. He's like, yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to like find somebody who would like just fucking hang out with me, and like he was like getting at basically wanting to be with this girl, and I knew she had a boyfriend and stuff, and I was like, buddy, she's fucking taken. And I remember one of my mods was like, hey, you need to fuck off. And like 5 minutes later, this guy is fucking says his last name in my chat and is like, oh, you're from here and you're related to this person, and like basically partially doxed this guy in my stream. So we banned him. He comes back and just fucking basically relays more information about this guy. And I was like, this is fucking nuts. And I don't know. He ended up like changing shit that night because I think he found it through his username, but I don't know. It's a fucking weird world for sure.
Oh yeah,
that sounds like a scary scenario.
yeah, and like there are some people. Sorry, I'm texting my friend.
No, go ahead.
There was another one where I started streaming and then I just like immediately got like over 20 people and I was like, all right, cool. And then someone followed me and like it was all good in the hood. And then this was before I had a private chat, a private voice chat. And then I was like doing some Easter eggs, with here and whatnot. And then he basically just like jumps in because like and then he started shit. And then I banned him, or like my mods banned him. Then he would come back and we would ban him again. He would come back, we'd ban him again. And then since my Discord is literally public, he joined in and then he joined the voice chat. And then he's like, don't ever fucking ban me again. I was like, what the fuck ever. I banned him from my Discord. He joins back in, only to just start shouting like the N bomb. Only like I muted him. I muted him on time because I'm like, I know this is coming.
Yeah.
So I muted him. I backed off of the chat. I banned him again. Thankfully, he hasn't come back. But it was such like a fuck you, just fuck you. I don't know how people get pleasure out of just causing shit, but
it's a reaction. They fucking people just don't get enough attention at home or something, so they fucking
yeah,
they go on people's streams and start shit, and they're like, "Fuck, man." So this is what it feels like. Like my mom and dad, they fucking don't give a shit. So I'm gonna go start shitting this guy's stream and fucking try to ruin his night.
that
So,
was kind of my favorite thing about the Darwin guy because I streamed with him. He didn't stream, but he joined me and played a few games, and we were just talking shit, kicking the bucket, all that. And then he started shit like 2 days later, whatever. And then like I yell at him and banned him, only for him to like be like, I was just kidding, it was a prank, whatever. It's like I don't give a shit.
it's just a fucking bad excuse at the end of the day. That's all that is.
It's like you're bashing a returning viewer because of his music taste. Like I don't bash you because you're talking shit on me consistently because I down, which I don't care, but like I'll let that slide because like I know I'm not good. Like I would down, I don't give a shit. But like you just downing some rando who's trying to enjoy the stream and listen to his music, and you're trashing his music. Like really?
It just gives us a bad vibe.
Really? Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, that's another thing that's interesting. Sorry, Kyle, you want to say something?
Oh yeah, no, you can. You had something you want that you could finish.
I was just gonna say, like, I don't know, it's kind of you have to be careful with how you deal with stuff like that because, like, essentially you're in you're in like the public eye. So if something big goes down, like, you might think, yeah, I'm chilling at like fucking 9 to like 30 viewers wherever you're at for that day, and like you might think, yeah, nothing big is gonna get clipped, but like, I mean, all it takes is one big fuck up for like a bunch of people to notice. Like that's kind of how you are as a person. So, I mean, the way that you deal with stuff as a whole and the way that your community handles things just kind of shows like I don't know how you are and how your stream goes. So like for me, the thing that I want to be is like I just want to have a good time, but I want people to feel like they can be themselves and like just be honest and not worry about shit because I don't know, it's just not fun. So I'll try to be like welcoming and I'll let people be toxic to a certain extent, but like after that, like you gotta fucking chill and it dies down eventually. Like I don't know, people have different ways of dealing with stuff, but it's really careful how you have to go about that because you can really give off bad, I guess, vibes to people and stuff if you're just not handling things the right way. So, but yeah, it sounds like you fucking got a pretty good grip on how to do stuff. So, I like it.
I'm not scared to put my foot down because I always tell everybody I'm here for a good time. I'm here to have some fun and chat with you lads. And if you're gonna do anything but that and it's a negative, I don't want you anywhere near the chat. I don't want anywhere near the stream because fuck you, basically. You can't have you're shitting on me because I'm having fun. I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry that you're not having fun right now. it's just really weird about that.
I have we can take this last chat question and then I had one more topic and then we'll let you go so you can hang out with your friend.
Okay.
So a question from chats: what are your biggest hopes for Black Ops 5? We already kind of touched on in the beginning,
Yeah.
but to do a short answer real quick, I would just say as close to Black Ops 3 gameplay as possible. You can't go wrong with it.
I want Dragon Widows back. That's all I ask. Please. Please give me my crutch perks back. I don't like that not having them.
Yeah, no. It is such like a it's different from BO3 because BO3 was like the son of BO2 and 1, just with a gobblegum thrown in there and one extra hit. So it like I love that shit. I love that the OG feel with a literally one extra, which was the gobblegum. If you count the extra hit, then all right, but like the gobblegum and maybe a few new perks. Yeah, but just like high hopes of just good nostalgic gameplay that like everybody knows. Not you have to learn 3 different types, not like realistic, normal, hardcore. You have to fucking learn all these 3. You have to learn that like, oh, I have to buy the shield. What the fuck? Like,
True.
like what the hell? Just like, I built it. I found the pieces. Fuck it.
True. I never thought about that. Why the hell am I paying 2,500 for this shield that I
That's a
found?
fucking great
I
point.
found
Holy
it. I
shit.
built it. I'm not even an engineer. Fuck you.
God.
So for a lighthearted kind of thing to topic to end the podcast here. Correct me if I'm wrong, Yuri, but don't you work at a gas
He's
station,
lagging
right?
his ass off right now. Or is that me?
What?
Are we good?
Bro, my shit was so fucked. Okay, sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, correct me if I'm wrong, Yuri, but don't you work at a gas station?
I do. I roll hot dogs.
You gotta have a funny ass story you can tell to end the topic. There's always like
my
crazy
fucking
stories or something, right? You gotta have a good one to tell us.
Okay, I gotta think because a lot of shit has happened. Because like that's really hard. Oh yeah, okay.
Oh fuck.
Okay. So basically, I wasn't there, but I was working, and I was like just got done cooking shit, and putting it out on the warmer so people can take it. And then I walked back only to have like my boss, the one who hired me, the store director, start yelling at some customers. And then I was like cooking other shit in the back, and then my food boss was like, "Dude, come here, check this out." Like, what's going on? It's like, dude, people are trying to steal from the store. And then I was like, no fucking way. And so we just like stalk the corner and then just like are looking at these two. Fuck it, I'll say it. These two like raggedy ass bitches, like just like full of tattoos, like fucking skinny as hell. Like you can tell they did drugs.
Yeah.
Like that kind of like look on them.
Mhm.
And it was such like oh yeah, they definitely did it. And so they're yelling at my boss, and then my boss is yelling at them, and then he gets fed up with it, and then he grabs the phone, is about to call the cops, and then they just fucking like bolts out the store. He's like, "Hey, where you going? I thought you wanted your shit." I was
Dealing
like,
with fucking dealing with tweakers next level. That's fucking crazy.
oh yeah, it was pretty fucking funny because
Do
like,
you get a lot of people tweaking or no?
not the time that I've been working. I've had stories of people, my boss, telling me that people have just straight up died on the benches outside because of overdosing.
What the fuck, dude? Holy shit! Fucking he came right out and said it. I was not expecting
Your
that.
face
Oh, yeah.
right there was so good, Aaron.
Holy fuck.
Because we live like where my gas station is located right in the middle of like 3 different cities: Phoenix, Prescott Valley, and Prescott. So we get like all sorts of life that come here, and obviously there's tweakers everywhere, and so we just so happen to have a very convenient bench to die on. So that's on the side of the store. So yeah, like my boss has been like, yeah, we've had a few. It's like, oh, that's way too much.
That's awesome. I didn't realize how close you were to me. I live in Gilbert and Mesa, right by Gilbert and Mesa.
Yeah. A lot of people. I that's why I always feel bad streaming at night, because like half my followers are East Coast, and so it's like, sorry. By the time it's like 11 for me, it's fucking 2 a.m. for them. So it's like, sorry, but I appreciate you guys chatting and hanging out. Like, oh my god.
Awesome. Well, we want to wrap it up there, guys.
You had a fucking great time. Thanks for coming on
Yeah,
and
this
talking
was
to us,
awesome.
Yuri.
No worries, mate. I always enjoy having a good time kicking the bucket with some lads every single time.
Yeah, dude, you're fucking awesome. Keep doing you and keep grinding. Do your shit, brother.
Thank you, homie. You too, lads.
Yeah, don't mention it.
Next week we're gonna have another zombies content creator on, Raging Leprechaun, and we are gonna talk about the kind of recent resurgence of the zombies community, probably. So make sure to look out that it's gonna be a week from today. It's gonna be when that episode goes live. You want to shout out, Yuri, like your Twitch, your Twitter, even though you said you don't really use it?
Fuck my Twitter. I don't even know what the fuck my Twitter is. That's how much I use it. But yeah, my Twitch is twitch.tv UriXe, all lowercase, and I stream every single night, some zombies, some other things. So we have a good time and play with everybody. So let's all have a good time and live together.
Awesome. I'm gonna host my friend Jet. Thanks everyone for hanging out, chatting, talking. You guys, chat as well. Thank you to everyone, and we'll catch you guys next week. Later.